Excuse me, ma'am. I think you just went on mute.
Yeah. Yesterday we actually discussed a lot about like what is this listening, how it goes, everything. But today let us have the practical approach to this thing. Okay. So let's understand so different types of question and how to approach them, how to crack them practically is what we are going to do in today's class. Okay. So I'm going to present the screen. Just let me know so whether you people are able to uh, this one watch the same or not. Okay, now just 1 second, here we go. Yes, are you people able to see the screen, guys? Any indication? Yes, are you? Yes, perfect. Okay, quickly I'll start with the audio now. So like what is that we basically have, we have seen that. So we have different types of question. And so yesterday we just took the this one, what is that, a kind of sample of multiple choice question. What was the thing that I was saying, when you're doing multiple choice question, and usually this multiple choice questions you'll find majorly in which part, so especially the third section where we have a lot of this one group discussion type of thing. Okay, so in that case, why purposely they give there? Because many people will be speaking and many people will be speaking on the same particular topic. Okay, so that is the reason what we need to do. We need to be quite careful here. And what is that careful thing that we need to be? Why? What is that careful thing? So we need to adapt. Is that first we need to read the questions whenever they give the time. Okay, usually for every question type, they are going to give you time to read the question. Don't waste that time to just look here and there or turn the pages, or don't get distracted by the people who are sitting next to you, the paper sound, or see, even little bit of noise can distract you people. So therefore, you should not get distracted. Only understand what is the question given about. Okay, don't try to read the options. Why? Because when you read the options, you will see that one or the other word of each option will be said in the speaking part, and you may get confused. You may miss on the idea of the question also. That is the reason what we need to do. We need to make sure that we read only question, and we need to be pristine with question. And after you understand the question idea, so immediately you will be getting the audio. Listen. When you're listening, what is that you're listening to? You're listening to that question idea. Wherever that question idea comes in, there lies your answer. And don't try to, what is that, expect the same wordings there. Everything will be paraphrased. And what do we mean by paraphrase? They will try to tell the same thing in different way. That means using different words and different sentences. So therefore, you people need to be aware of that paraphrasing. That means we need to work on synonyms, antonyms, and so how they present the different ways. So that is the thing that we need to do. Now, let us take this question, because we did that sample set 1. So let us try to do the sample set 2. Now, let us go with our method. What is our method? Let us see what is the question asking for. So I need everyone, each one of you should read the question, understand it. I'm going to explain here, but so however, so I need you people to work on this questions. Okay. So what is that we have here? The first question. So think that you have certain seconds to understand the questions. So, and also the key thing that you need to remember is read the headings also, the question headings also. Sometimes you will see that they want your answer to be in a different way. You need to know in what way your answer should be there. Don't just go by the guesswork. Okay, it's multiple choice. We need to pick up the multiple, I mean, one option. No. So you need to be careful how many options could be true there, how many options could be chosen. So that is what you need to understand. Now, what is the first question trying to say here? Dave thinks the last tutorial. What is that Dave thinks the last tutorial was? That means what is his impression about the last tutorial? And when you're doing this, don't try to assume anything. You're purely only remembering what the question is having. So when you're listening to the audio, what is that you need to this one? What is that see for, or what is that you need to wait for? You need to wait for what does this they think about. So the last tutorial. Okay, that is one thing. Next, Sarah states that she understood. So now Sarah is one more student. That means we have multiple people here. Definitely, this could be the third part of the this one audio. It is Sarah states that she understood something. So they think something about the tutorial, last tutorial. Then Sarah states that she understood. That means Sarah has understood something, and what is that thing? You need to find out. Now, Sarah and Dev has just attended a tutorial on something. Okay, what is that? Sarah and they both have just attended a tutorial on something. So now kind of you people have the idea of the question, isn't it? What Dave thinks about the last tutorial, what Sarah has understood, and what is that which was last attended by Sarah and Dave. So now you have the question idea. When you people are listening, what is that you listen to? You need to listen to these things only. Okay. So now let me switch on the audio for you guys. So kindly tell me whether you are able to listen it or not. Okay. I'm sharing the audio here.
Hi, Sarah. That was actually quite exciting, wasn't it?
You really think so, Dave? I'm completely worn out. If I have to take in another piece of information, my head's going to explode.
It was good, though.
I have to admit it was.
And it was challenging.
Challenging? That's a tutorial. It makes me think I learned absolutely nothing at school. I understood nearly all of it, but a few bits. I'm not sure I got it all. Reading is reading, and that's that.
Well, it is and it isn't, you know.
We all read in the same way.
No, we don't. What are you two arguing about?
Oh, it's Terry. Hi.
Reading. Reading? Yes, reading. That's not exactly a sexy subject to be arguing about, is it, Dave? I don't know. I find it quite exciting, really.
You would.
We've just been to this tutorial on study skills as part of the English literature course, and Sarah's found it difficult to follow.
No, Dave, that's not true. It's just there were some things that I'm not so sure about, or more importantly, sure whether they're important or not.
Well, what was the problem?
Well, when I read, I just read. And Dr. Pratt was going on about all these different techniques that we need to develop and hone.
Hi, Sarah. That was actually quite exciting. Hi, Sarah.
Yes. Guys, did you get anything here? Extremely sorry. There was a technical glitch that I was. Yes, guys. Did you people get any of the answers from there? Did you people can text me? You people can use the chat box. So did you guys? Yes. So Devi has put, okay. No, I'll play it again. Don't worry. Okay. I'm going to share the screen again. So, and I will be playing it again. Okay. So listen carefully. And look at the challenges. I was saying you guys, right? So they speak very softly, and they are going to what is that speak in such a way that so we need to concentrate a lot there. Okay, so now
You will hear a conversation.
I'm switching on again. Kindly tell me so the answers. You people can text the answers, okay, in the chat box. I'm switching on again.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sarah. That was actually quite exciting, wasn't it?
You really think so, Dave? I'm completely worn out. If I have to take in another piece of information, my head's going to explode.
It was good, though.
I have to admit it was.
And it was challenging.
Challenging. The last tutorial. It makes me think I learned absolutely nothing at school. I understood nearly all of it, but a few bits. I'm not sure I got it all. Reading is reading, and that's that.
Well, it is and it isn't, you know.
We all read in the same way.
No, we don't. What are you two arguing about?
Oh, it's Terry. Hi.
Hi, Sarah. That was actually quite exciting, wasn't it?
You re-
Right. So what is that Dave thinks the last tutorial was? So he says, right, it was good. So, and Sarah feels she has to agree, right? It was not very, like she was, like she is saying she is worn out, and she just needs to agree with that particular thing. That means she was not very happy, whereas Dave thought that it is very good. So that our option would be which one? So it was good, D. So, and she is feeling, okay, I will have to agree with that particular thing. And now, like, what is that Sarah is saying? So she says that she actually did not understood everything, only in bits something she understood. She uses that thing. So she understood only in that bits. Okay, so that means what? A very small part of the tutorial she understood. And both Dave and Sarah was attending on what? They were attending on the reading part and literature, isn't it? So therefore, the third part is what? So your B1. Okay. So therefore, let me check how many of you given the right answers. And let me see. Let me get back to the chat box. Here. Yes. Okay. D, C, and A. Yes, we have Abhi who has given correctly, and Vakas, one question is correct, and yes, we have Atmaja, so DC is correct, DC, and it should this one. What is that? The second one is wrong. It is D A. So sorry, DC A. Correct. Yes. So the answer is D C A. Okay. So why? Because you could hear them saying. So yes, like what is that? Dave was happy, but she says like she was worn out and she got to know only few things. And both of them basically attended what? So they both of them attended the reading literature, right? So let us try to, no worries, those who have gone wrong, not at all a problem. So let us try few more questions there. Okay. So let us get on to the next part here. Yes.
You will hear. Hi,
Yes.
Sarah.
Yeah. So now again, so I want you people to read the questions first. When you read the questions, you will not have any confusion. Otherwise, you will see that we will be having the confusion because everything is clearly, I mean, they will be talking about almost everything in this particular thing. Okay. So now let us try to get all the questions correct. Okay. So now what is that? Understand the question here. What aspect of the flight does the man complain about? What is it they are trying to say? So they are trying to say what aspect of the flight, what is that feature of the flight does the man complain about? See, why I'm focusing on the question means don't just read the question, students here. You understand it in your own words so that when you're listening, you can basically take up that idea when they are speaking. So if we mark the, yeah, many will be thinking, why can't we mark the keywords and we can listen to that? No, marking the keyword and listening to the keyword will not help out. So what we need to do, let us try to understand the question idea. So what is that we are going to do? Let us understand the question idea. So let me explain the question so that you people can imprint the question here. What aspect of the flight does the man complain about? The man is complaining about something. So, and what is that particular thing? Okay, so what is the complaint that the man is doing with regards to the this one? What is that? Flight. So let us understand that. So when we need to concentrate on what the complaint that the man is doing with regards to flight. Okay, that is one thing. Then what does the man think about the food served during the flight? That means his opinion, man's opinion about the food that was served during the flight. Okay, what it is. That means you need to just find out that. What does the man think of the service of the staff? Totally, it is what they're talking about man's thinking. The first part, they're is asking you people what is the complaint that he made about, then about the food, and then about the service of the staff. Remember, the food served during the flight, very keen things you need to remember. And service of the staff, what does he think about? So let us try to, I'll be switching on kindly. So if you people are sitting in the noisy environment, don't sit. Kindly, what is that? Concentrate, wear your headphones and listen so properly. I'm switching on, so let us try.
Now, what is the nature of your complaint?
I'm phoning to complain about a flight I took recently. I always take certain measures to ensure that I will be comfortable. For example, I always pay the additional cost for extra legroom, and I always arrive punctually for the flight to make sure that I'm seated beneath an air conditioner. Unfortunately, I was disappointed to find that the air conditioning on the plane was broken, so I spent the entire flight in discomfort as it was too hot and the air was stuffy.
I see. I do apologize for this fault with the air conditioning. Now, while I have you on the phone, would you mind answering a short questionnaire regarding your recent flight?
Sure.
Okay, let's get started. What did you think of the food that was served to you during the flight?
I thought that it was inexpensive and quite delicious. However, I was still very hungry afterwards, as it was a very small portion and more of a snack. Providing a snack for lunch is not reasonable.
Okay, I have noted that down. What was your opinion of the quality of service that you received from our staff on board?
The staff was very helpful, but each time I pressed the button to request service, it took a long time for a staff member to arrive. I found this frustrating, as there just weren't enough staff on board the flight to be able to serve all the customers.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for answering those questions.
Guys, so what is the answer that we are getting here? So did you guys saw like what was the aspect so that the man was complaining? He was, see, they had spoken about punctuality, legroom, everything, but what is he trying to say? So he's trying to say like he tried to adjust on all those things. He's punctual, he wants to, what is that, he pays for extra leg room. So all these things he's saying, but what was the thing that was actually making him not happy? The air condition was not working well, isn't it? I guess you people would have heard of it. So the air conditioning, see, they did not use the same thing here. So that means what? They have paraphrased. Instead of air conditioning, so they have purposely given you temperature. That means the man was actually facing high temperature when compared to the thing. So therefore, what is the problem? What is the thing that he was talking about? See, air conditioning, here you should not be confused. Oh, air conditioning, but they are not giving. How air conditioning is related to temperature? So therefore, what aspect is not basically is complaining on? Air conditioning part. Air conditioning part in the sense what? Temperature. Isn't it? Did everyone get temperature? If yes, please send me the thumbs up. Okay. So now, What does the man think about the food served during the flight? Now, he was saying, I know, so most of you would have got confused. He used the word, it's inexpensive, right? So, but expensive word was prominently heard. So immediately most of you would have marked that it's expensive. No, so it was actually inexpensive and delicious, isn't it? So that means, yeah, that is also a kind of distractor you need to avoid. That means they purposely, whenever they are talking on any topic, that they try to, what is that, give you the traps, and these traps are nothing but the distractors. So we would kind of see, inexpensive, in always sounds less, expensive sounds high. That is the language trick. Okay, it's not only a trick, it is basically the practice. Okay, so what, when we are in tension, we hear about expensive but not in there. So be very careful about hearing. So it was inexpensive and delicious, but he was later feeling hungry, isn't it? He was later feeling hungry. That means what? The food quantity was not less. It was almost like a snack. That is what he was saying. That means, what is the answer? So it was of good taste. It was inexpensive, but it was not enough to eat. That means, so the portion was less, isn't it? Therefore, what is the option that we need to choose here? So the option that to be taken is what? A. Getting it? See, they're not exactly giving the answers in the way the question is given. They are twisting around, they are telling lot many things, and they are presenting the answers. This is what you people need to be careful about. So only I say that whenever you people are doing listening part, don't just try to, what is that, listen. You need to understand the question, and you need to listen and understand, and don't try to focus on every bit of the word there. What is your focus? Only the question idea. That question idea only you need to focus, then only you can retain the information there. Okay. Now, what does the man think of the service of the staff? So staff were helpful, he said, isn't it? So helpful in the sense, immediately we may say that, oh, satisfied. But what did he say? He was frustrated because every time he pressed the button, he had to wait for a long for the response. That means, what was the problem? They were taking long time to respond. That long time to respond only is the thing that he was thinking about. So got it? So like, so I guess, so how many of you have got, so C, A, B. So the answer would be C, A, B. And I have explained you, so every section where and how they have so presented the things here. Got it, guys? So let us try to go for the next one, little lengthy one. Let us try to work on. Okay, so now after this multiple choice question, so I'll be asking, so what kind of doubts you people have on multiple choice question, and then we go for the next type of questions. Okay, let me complete. So one more, this one, what is that thing? One
Now,
more.
what is the nature?
Yeah, here also, like, kindly, so go through the question. Very nice. We have certain words. Okay. Now, as soon as we see this word, what is the conscious that we get in mind? Yeah, many people who are called. So, uh, those who are, what is that? Convent educated, or like those who can pronounce, it's well and good. But so those who are not able to pronounce, so do you think you need to stop here? Or you need to try and practice your pronunciation when you get the question? Please don't do that. Okay. See, when you this one get such kind of words, what is that you need to do? Don't worry, don't get tense. So you can just give the abbreviation. The C was what? What is that? It's colon Santa. So what was that? You can tell. So if you're not able to pronounce it, you take the one letter of it. What is that? The C was. There is something called C. What is that? You need to find it out. Then the only difference between CC and SC. See, No need to. What is that? Nobody is testing your pronunciation in listening part. Yes, in speaking, they will see your pronunciation. But here they are not going to see. You know why I am saying this? Just trying to pronounce, just trying to recall what is this. So only we'll waste the time. We won't concentrate on the question idea. That is the reason whenever you people come across such kind of words, what you need to do, you need to plainly use the abbreviations. Okay, don't worry about that. Only our main thing is what we need to understand the question idea. It is not we need to try out speaking the was given here. So what is the C? That is the first question we have. And they're asking between two types of C's. One is CC and the other one is SC. And then, so the third question is what? C seem to have their greatest population. So that means when was the greatest population of C was there? Okay, so what are the things that we need to purely concentrate on? We need to purely concentrate on. So the question, what are the questions? What is the C? What is the difference between CC and SC? And what is your, how many years ago the C was with the greatest population? That means there were more when these were more. Okay, so let us try to, I'll be switching on. Okay, kindly, what is that? You try to listen to this. Let me take the next question also, because 1 to 6 questions we are going to do at a time, because this is the thing. So less time to understand the question, but at one go you need to answer all the questions. This is the real challenge that we have. So what were the questions that we had? The first one, what C was, the difference between CC and SC, and then so how many years back it was in its greatest population. That is what we need to find. Now let us understand what is the fourth, fifth and sixth question. Okay, modern seas probably left no fossilized remains over the past 80 million years, because, so that means they are saying modern sea actually did not leave any fossilized remains systems. They did not left any kind of remains. So past 18 million years. Why it is that? Okay, then scientist has a better understanding of sea after 1991, because now why did scientists could understand or could they had a better understanding of sea after 1991? What is that reason? Okay, that has made the scientists to understand better about sea there. Then on the 1991 expedition, scientists studied the sea. So see what? See, I'm not looking at the option. Look at the options. They are looking so fiery, isn't it? So if we start looking at the options and if we look at the questions also, so what happens? We'll completely forget what we have. So that means here, what are fourth, fifth and question? The fourth question is asking, why did modern sea did not produce this fossilization? Okay, the reason. What is the fifth question asking? Fifth question asking, what is that favorable condition under which this scientists basically were able to better understand about sea? So post 1991. And now, so what is the sixth question? So when they had 1991 expedition means going on. So scientists studied the sea something. Okay, so what is that? Now the question, is it clear for you guys? So shall I switch on the this one audio? Yes, I'm going to switch on the audio. Kindly listen. So you people kind of have 1 to 6 questions idea. Now when you're listening, I want you people to listen only the things and simultaneously look at the options also. You listen as well as simultaneously look at the options, but finally you try to pick up the option only after the completion of that idea, because they are going to tell many things here, many ideas related to that one concept only. So like distractors, be careful about the distractors. Okay, so now I'm going to play the audio. Listen carefully.
the only coelacanth population in existence. Originally, it was a concern that the coelacanth might have a very limited range, and that overfishing along the Comoros Islands might wipe it out. However, scientists were amazed when, on July the 30th, 1998, an American scientist discovered a coelacanth population in Indonesia. Dr. Mark Erdman was on a honeymoon trip to the area investigating a coral reef research site when he spotted a strange fish being wheeled into the fish market. He recognized the fish as a coelacanth and snapped a picture before it was sold. Dr. Erdman's subsequent research revealed that the people from Sulawesi had a name for it: Raja, King of the Sea. The Sulawesi coelacanth colony is about 10,000 kilometers east of where the coelacanths were previously known to occur in the Western Indian Ocean. Both Sulawesi and Comoros coelacanths are quite different from all other living fish. But perhaps the most interesting feature of the coelacanth is that it has paired lobed fins, which move in a similar fashion to our arms and legs. Coelacanths also have an extra lobe on their tail and a vertebral column that is not fully developed. They are the only living animal to have a fully functional intercranial joint, a division that separates the ear and brain from the nasal organs and eye, and allows the front part of the head to be lifted when the fish is feeding. The brown Sulawesi coelacanth and the steel blue Comoros coelacanth share these unusual characteristics. The discovery of the coelacanths in 1938 is still considered to be the zoological find of the century. This living fossil comes from a lineage of fish that was thought to have been extinct since the time of the dinosaurs. Coelacanths are known from the fossil record dating back over 360 million years and peaked in abundance about 240 million years ago. Before 1938, they were believed to have become extinct approximately 80 million years ago, after mysteriously disappearing from the fossil record. How could the coelacanth disappear for over 80 million years and then turn up alive and well in the 20th century?
Yes, guys. So now let me first discuss these things. The coelacanth. So where it was found? It was found by an American scientist. Where it was found? So it was found in Indonesia. And where they found this? In the this one, fish market, isn't it? So that means what? So it was well known to Indonesian fishermen. Why? Because they were, what is that, having them on their in their market. So that means what? So it was well known to, so Indonesian fish market. Now, so when they were talking about CC and Sulawesi coelacanth, so what they were saying, see, their intercanal joint, their paired fins were all the features of all types of coelacanths. Okay. Only this one, CC and Sulawesi, were basically changed. They were different in their colors, that's it. But they had this common features. What were the common features? So they had intracranial joints, they had vertebral column, they had a paired fins. So only their color was, Sulawesi was brown, and this one CC was something greenish, isn't it? So that is the thing they are saying. And so, this one, what is that? C seemed to have the greatest population. So they gave all the, what is that, years here. He mentioned all the years, but all the years did not mean to this one. 360 million years ago, it was found. To in 240 millions, it became abundance. Abundance means what? It was more in number. That means they're asking for that greatest population. That means what? You need to tell when it was more. It was more, so 240 million years ago. And when it became extinct, around 80 million years ago. Getting it? Got this idea? Now, let us, what is that? Play this audio and let us try to see here. Then I'll give you the overall answers for this.
The only coelacanth population in existence. Originally, It was a concern that the coelacanth might have a very limited range, and that overfishing along the Comoros Islands might wipe it out. However, scientists were amazed when, on July the 30th, 1998, an American scientist discovered a coelacanth population in Indonesia. Dr. Mark Erdman was on a honeymoon trip to the area,
Okay,
investigating a coral reef research lifted when the fish is feeding. The brown Sulawesi coelacanth and the steel blue Comoros coelacanth share these unusual characteristics. The discovery of the coelacanth in 1938 is still considered to be the zoological find of the century. This living fossil comes from a lineage of fish that was thought to have been extinct since the time of the dinosaurs. Coelacanths are known from the fossil record dating back over 360 million years and peaked in abundance about 240 million years ago. Before 1938, they were believed to have become extinct approximately 80 million years ago, after mysteriously disappearing from the fossil record. How could the coelacanth disappear for over 80 million years and then turn up alive and well in the 20th century? The answer seems to be that fossil coelacanths appeared to live in environments with clay sedimentation with plenty of volcanic activity. Modern coelacanths, both in the Comoros and Sulawesi, inhabit caves and overhangs in vertical marine reefs at about 200 meters, environments not conducive to fossil creation. In 1991, scientists got a better understanding of the fish when the Comoros got their independence from France and French restrictions on research were lifted. This allowed scientists to study the fish off the Comoros Islands. As the animal hides in underwater caves some 300 to 700 feet down during the day,
Yes. So got this? So what is that they were saying? Why the fossilization cannot happen? Because see, the conditions were not favorable. Okay. So they said that it could said, well, what is that? They can fossilize under this one clay sediment, volcanoes, but they could not, what is that? So the sediment. So because the conditions were not favorable in those regions, and scientists has a better understanding when, so because the French government had previously, what is that, studied about the Comoros coelacanth. Okay, and when they went on 1991 expedition, scientists studied the coelacanth. How? So how did they study that? So through the windows of the submarine, isn't it? So now let me see. So how many of you, please, this one, I'll come back to our this one. Yes. Do you guys have any doubt on your this one? Yeah, we have A, C, B, B, A, C. Yes. A, B. A, C, B, B, A, B. Yes, it is correct. Yes. So guys, any doubt in this multiple choice questions? Any doubt? I guess so we don't have. Yes, sixth one, doubt. Okay. So you saw in the last part, only once you need to hear Varun. You can't hear twice. Okay, I just gave you people the this one. What is that? You should not get demotivated. That's the reason, so that we get okay. So fifth and sixth doubt. Okay, so now I'll play it again. You people listen to that. Okay, but so any doubt in cracking MCQs? Did you get the techniques there? Did you understand the technique? Yes. Okay, the speed is 1.25. So yes, so you need to, what is that, little, see, over the practice you can increase it. Okay, maybe this could be the first audio that you people would be listening, answering and everything. So that is, what is that, you need to basically work so on an everyday basis. Okay, you need to work on an everyday basis. You need to do listening and start, what is that, asking the answering the questions. It's not just listening. If you want to know how much you have this one understood, so you need to answer the questions, right? So that is the one important thing. And what is the strategy here? The key important strategy here is that, so you need to understand the questions. Yes. So Narendra is correct. Yes, we need to understand the questions very properly. Now, let me play once again so that you can get the fifth and sixth thing here. Okay, just give me 1 second, and then I will go to the next type of question. Okay, so now I'm playing the next thing, that is,
The only coelacanth population in
yeah.
They are the only living animal.
Huh. Listen carefully.
Part of the head to be lifted when the fish is feeding. The brown Sulawesi coelacanth and the steel blue Comoros coelacanth share these unusual characteristics. The discovery of the coelacanth in 1938 is still considered to be the zoological find of the century. This living fossil comes from a lineage of fish that was thought to have been extinct since the time of the dinosaurs. Coelacanths are known from the fossil record dating back over 360 million years and peaked in abundance about 240 million years ago. Before 1938, they were believed to have become extinct approximately 80 million years ago, after mysteriously disappearing from the fossil record. How could the coelacanth disappear for over 80 million years and then turn up alive and well in the 20th century? The answer seems to be that fossil coelacanths appeared to live in environments with clay sedimentation with plenty of volcanic activity. Modern coelacanths, both in the Comoros and Sulawesi, inhabit caves and overhangs in vertical marine reefs at about 200 meters, environments not conducive to fossil creation. In 1991, scientists got a better understanding of the fish when the Comoros got their independence from France and French restrictions on research were lifted. This allowed scientists to study the fish off the Comoros Islands. As the animal hides in underwater caves some 300 to 700 feet down during the day.
So yes, so now the fifth question is what? So scientists had better understanding only when. So when this one, what is that? The French government actually lifted the this one ban on studying the Comoros this one coelacanth, isn't it? So that means what? When did they get? When they were allowed to research on it, when they lifted up the ban, so then only what is that? So they got the better understanding. And what is that? So when did the scientists could study better? Usually these coelacanths are under the water, some meters down. Okay, so that means what? So if they are under the water, so how they would be how scientists could study them better? Obviously through the windows of the submarine, isn't it? So that is the reason. So we have, it is not directly presented. The last one was not directly presented. They said scientists studied the coelacanths, so which were under the water in the caves, which were almost 700 meters down. So there, like, what is that? They study. So how do they study? So by taking up the submarines, isn't it? So that is the thing. So I hope you guys understood about this. Yes. So now what I need you people to do is practice multiple choice question in abundance. So these are not very easy, and at the same time they won't be tough if you practice like this. Okay. So practice it more. So and let us try to get on for the next type of question. What is the next type of question? So matching. Okay. So matching questions in the sense what? You would have come across matching questions on many type of questions. Okay. So what is this
Now-
matching? So matching is nothing but, so they would be
Notes.
asking you to what is that, talk about the features. They would be saying one feature about one thing will be given and the other feature you need to match, or there will be a saying from one author or one scientist or one thing, you need to match them. It's just like your match the following. But so even though it is like a match the following, what is that thing we need to keep in mind? So we need to make sure that so we need to understand what is the given questions, and about what you need to match also you need to understand. Here also I would like to say that you need to concentrate more on the question. Okay, so everywhere, that is my one, what is that mantra for success in listening is what? Not only listening. So if you want to get good score on IELTS, the first key thing that you need to learn is what? Understanding the question. Okay, so if you understand the question, so you will be almost done with 50% of the answer. That means you will be finding your answer so 50% correct. Got it? So let us try to understand this question. And when you're doing, don't directly go on to the options here. You can see options are many, isn't it? So if the options are many, so do you think like reading all of them and then listening to the things, won't it be a burden on your brain? Definitely, it is a burden on your brain. Don't try to look at the options and don't try to see the question later. Okay, so what you have to do, I'll be telling you. First, let us read the question, this one, the main question. Let us try to read. Choose 4 answers from the given options and write the correct letter A to G next to the questions 1 to 4. What is that we are doing? We need to choose 4 answers from these options only, not from anywhere else. And listen, the way you people write the answers also plays important role. You cannot sit and write these things. Why? Because they are saying you people to mark correct letter. That means you see what is the letter, corresponding letter, and you need to pick it up. Okay. You don't just try to, what is that? Present the complete answer. Will not have that much of time also to write the complete thing. So only I say kindly look in there what instruction we have given. Okay, so corresponding, say for example, if the answer is set outside, if it is correct, I should not write set outside. What I need to say, I need to write E there. If at all, if you people write set aside, then your answer will be considered wrong, even though virtually the answer will be correct, because the way you are presenting the answer is incorrect. That shows that you are not understanding the question. Okay, so that, or that shows that you have not understood what is the instruction given. That means if there is no understanding, that means you are not good in English, isn't it? So therefore, be very careful about these silly mistakes. Because, and also one more thing I would like to say, they have given capital letters, isn't it? Don't write small letters in your answer. Start practicing from today itself. If you write small letters, that means you are not obeying the conditions given there. So they won't be giving you the score on that part as well, isn't it? So therefore, let us try to, what is that? So work on this. Now, what is that? So choose 4 answers from the given options. So, and write the correct letters. Now you need to choose 4 options. That doesn't mean that you guys sit and see these things. Look at what is the thing. So they are talking about 2 things. Heroes of the 4th turning is. So see the this one, what is that? So who are the heroes of 4th turning? They're asking heroes of, so 4th turning is who? You need to pick 2 things. And minor character. So the minor character and heroes of 4th turning is. So these are the 2 aspects and you need to pick up, so two options for each of them. Shall I play the audio? So what is that you're concentrating now? You're not concentrating So, or you have not read anything in the option. See that. So you are not read anything in the option. You are only, what is that, looking for heroes of fourth turning and minor character. So when they are talking about heroes of fourth turning, be careful, listen, and when you're listening, you look at the options there. Okay, so with regards to heroes of fourth turning, and when you're talking, when you're listening, so if they're talking about main character, at that time you need to glance through the options there. Okay, till then keep your mind free with what, only the questions. I am switching on the audio, so kindly listen here.
Here on Radio Philly, we have Jessica Meadows, one of the artistic directors from our own Selma Theater. Hello, Jessica. Hello. Now, you are here to tell us about your upcoming production of the play Is God Is. Is that correct? Well, yes, but I just want to clarify up front that this will not be your typical play. In fact, it will be a radio play. With the pandemic making it impossible to have people come watch the play in person and to get the actors together to film the play, we decided to go with a radio play. I see. So tell us a little bit about the obstacles or process of converting a play written for the stage into a play for radio. With this particular play, the challenge was considerable. But by the time we were shut down by the pandemic, we had already put a year of work into the play. For that reason, no one was willing to give up on the show. Everyone wanted to fight to do it somehow. But with this particular play, there is quite a lot of violence. People beating up on one another. As you can imagine, that's hard to do if the actors aren't in the same space. At first, we didn't think this could be recreated via an audio play, but after digging deep and working with experts in sound design and creating original music, we were able to do it. Great! So, listeners, mark that on your calendar and be sure to have a quiet place where you can enjoy the audio play. So, Jessica, while I have you here, I want to ask about what's next. Can you tell us a bit about how next season will go? Yes and no. We're already working on our plays for next season, which includes 4 plays that are quite diverse in their subject matter. For example, there is one play about 4 friends who get together for a backyard party, and there are interesting debates about life. That one's called Heroes of the Fourth Turning. And there's another play called Minor Character, which is actually a short play translated into 6 different languages, including a translation produced by a translation app. So very crazy. The final play, then, is a combination of the 6 different languages. That sounds...
Yeah, I'm going to
Jessica
play it
Meadows,
again.
one of the
I guess
artistic
you people
directors
would have
from
missed
our
on
own
certain
Selma
things.
Theater.
And
Jessica? Hello.
just give me one
Now,
second. Here you could see one thing. What is that? So at the end of the, what is it, almost, so they spoke so much. After that, you had these questions, isn't it? I've given you the clue and I'm playing it again. Kindly listen once again and kindly answer the thing. Okay, I'm giving you second chance again, not an issue. So, and look at the volume. The volume of the speaker is so soft, isn't it? So that's what, these are the little challenges we need to overcome. How can we overcome these little challenges? These little challenges could be overcome by practice, listening to the soft speakers. So, and we need to practice on this. Okay, so let me play it again. Oh, I'm playing it again.
here on Radio Philly, we have Jessica Meadows, one of the artistic directors from our own Selma Theater. Hello, Jessica. Hello. Now, you are here to tell us about your upcoming production of the play Is God Is. Is that correct? Well, yes, but I just want to clarify up front that this will not be your typical play. In fact, it will be a radio play. With the pandemic making it impossible to have people come and watch the play in person and to get the actors together to film the play, we decided to go with a radio play. I see. So tell us a little bit about the obstacles or process of converting a play written for the stage into a play for radio. With this particular play, the challenge was considerable. But by the time we were shut down by the pandemic, we had already put a year of work into the play. For that reason, no one was willing to give up on the show. Everyone wanted to fight to do it somehow. But with this particular play, there is quite a lot of violence. People beating up on one another. As you can imagine, that's hard to do if the actors aren't in the same space. At first, we didn't think this could be recreated via an audio play, but after digging deep and working with experts in sound design and creating original music, we were able to do it. Great. So listeners, mark that on your calendar and be sure to have a quiet place where you can enjoy the audio play. So Jessica, while I have you here, I want to ask about what's next. Can you tell us a bit about how next season will go? Yes and no. We're already working on our plays for next season, which includes 4 plays that are quite diverse in their subject matter. For example, there is one play about 4 friends who get together for a backyard party, and there are interesting debates about life. That one's called Heroes of the Fourth Turning. And there's another play called Minor Character, which is actually a short play translated into 6 different languages, including a translation produced by a translation app. So very crazy. The final play then is a combination of the 6 different languages. That sounds interesting indeed. What play are you looking for?
Yes. So now what is that? So first, this one part of it was talking about the place, pandemic, and etc. etc. So lastly, what is new? What is the new project? So she had 4. In that, Heroes of the Fourth Turning is one, and where this was about the 4 friends, isn't it? So that means B option should go first. Step. What does Heroes of Fourth Turning is? It is about 4 friends, and these 4 friends, what is that? So they had went out. So that means they had set outside. So the drama had played outside, so they had set outside, so therefore set outside is the most this one relevant thing here. And minor character is another used in 6 different languages, isn't it? And it is a crazy thing. Crazy in the sense what? It is a challenging thing. Why? Because to produce, to include all the 6 languages, that's the reason we can take C and so this one F for the minor one, and Heroes of the Fourth Turning, it is nothing but B and E. So therefore first one is B, second one is E, third one is C, and fourth one is F. Got it, guys? Yes. Now, any doubts we have? B and E, first one. First and second, B and E. Because it was set outside, right? They had gone out. The 4 friends had gone out. So, and the play is based on that. So, therefore, it is about 4 friends who are set outside. Okay. So, therefore, it is B and E. While. So, what is your, this one? The minor act. So, it was in 6 different languages, and it was quite crazy. Crazy in sense, it was like challenging for the director because he has to put so very, this one. Yes. So, it is, Rajesh, actually, we have given the complete sound. You will be literally getting one of the audio with the same tone. You remember yesterday I was saying that is one of the challenge so that we have. What is that? The sound. Okay. So it is not like what is that? We have taken this difficult sections. Why? Because to show that how exactly the things is. It is like we have given the complete volume, but so in spite of complete volume, what is happening? So basically, so their speaking style only is so low. Okay. So Will the questions be aligned with the order in which? Yes, definitely. Because you're doing what is that listening part, it will be in sequence only. Right? Yeah. For this, what is the this one? Start. I have a tips for the day. One is what? Listen. Listen to the audios. Don't watch videos while listening. Why? Because when you listen to the audio, you will completely concentrate on only the listening part. That means you need to listen and understand. So the ideas, okay, it is not like you should watch. When we watch something, we can easily understand. Even if we don't understand the words also, we'll be able to understand. But when we listen only purely to the audio, so you will be getting that ache of it. The another thing, it is not just listening, you need to have the questions. You need to see how you're listening, how you're understanding, how you're interpreting, and how you're this one, what is that, practicing on the question. So if you people join Telegram, you'll be getting many practice sets, which I would strongly recommend you guys to work it on. Because yeah, with one practice, with two practice, or with three mock tests, you people cannot. You need to practice a lot. Okay, it won't be easier. Actual exam will not be easier. It will be something like this only. So these are all the clippings from actual exams only. Okay. So, right. Yes, you can contact our this one admin. So they will be telling you the same. Right. So we'll be giving you the this one, what is that, lot of material. From there you people can practice. So the, I guess, so that is more than enough. Yes. So we have given you with the Telegram thing. So you people can join this link. Okay. Right. Tomorrow we'll be having more interesting questions, and we'll be working on more tough as well as moderate as well as easy questions. Why? Because we'll be having so the, like, all the types of questions, right? We need to be perfect on all the types of questions. I hope you guys understood today's class. And after this class, what you guys need to do? Whenever you get time before our next class, so we want you to at least practice few listening things on MCQs and on matching. Okay, got it? Yes. So right, tomorrow we'll be seeing you again, so same time, so in the same classroom, and we'll be discussing on different